Welcome to our program introduction for the MPA in European Studies. My name is Nadine and I'm the Application and Admission Manager here at the International Academy. And joining me on stage is Professor Rotte, the academic head of the program. And he will be giving you an introduction to the Institute of Political Science and also why it is important to study the MPA in European Studies. And we also have invited a current student from the batch 2024, who will give you more insights into the curricula and the program structure. And we will have a Q&A session after the presentation where you can ask your questions directly to Professor Rotte and the current student, Roy. But for now, I hand over to Professor Rotte for the introduction of the MPA Hosting Institute and the studies itself.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nadine. Hello, my name is Ralf Rotte. I'm a professor of international studies at Rotte University for, I guess, 25 years now. And my fields of specialization are strategic studies, security policies, and international political economy. My function in the program is that of a scientific head, which means that I'm a more or less supervisor on academic standards and the kind of academic bridge to the university, which is a function which I fulfill on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities. I'm part, with my professorship, of the Institute for Political Science, which is also part of this Faculty of Arts and Humanities. Currently, we are a more or less standard political science institute in Germany with 4 professors, with the typical specializations on political theory, political systems, international relations, and didactics of social sciences, with about 40 researchers, research assistants, etc. And as I said, we are part of the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, and also within this faculty, part of the Department of Social Sciences, which also encompasses history, sociology, and theology and philosophy, parts of philosophy. So basically, this is the framework which provides the bridge between the university and the International Academy. And next step I want to get through with you is the fundamental question: why should you choose this European Studies program? And at the moment, you know, we've got a kind of changing international environment, the old world order, which we had since 1990, with the more or less liberal rule-based order, seems to be going down, mostly because of the aggressive foreign policies by Russia and by the United States, which both tend not to accept international rules. Putin and Trump are more or less in the same boat in that way. And as a consequence, the Europeans, together with other bigger powers in the world like China, like India, seem to be the last anchors of a more or less rule-based international order. And the interesting thing is that within this international order, we've got this special institution and this special organization, the European Union, which is in a way unique because it's a semblance of 27 sovereign nation states which have decided to pool their sovereignty in order to act as more or less one on the international stage. And if you look at demographics, for example, you'll see that taken together, these 27 European countries are, from the number of inhabitants and people, the 3rd largest in the world after India and China today, and well in front of countries like the United States, for example. So From a demographic point of view, Europe as an entity, European Union as an entity, is relevant in the international stage, on the international stage. The same is true concerning trade. You will know that the European Union is one of the biggest trading blocs in the international area. Acts as one actor in the world of trading, and therefore the European Union is depending on exports or imports, and the year you look at number 1, number 2, or number 3 in world trade. Just behind China, just behind the United States, or maybe even ahead of the United States. So in trade matters, Europe is an actor to reckon with in the international realm. The same is true in a general economic and financial way. If you look at GDP numbers, you've got the similar picture as with trade. Depending on the statistics and the statistic basics, the European Union is number 2 or number 3 concerning the economic power in the world. You will also know that the Eurozone, the common currency, is part of the European Union, although not every EU member state is a member of this currency union. And the euro is, after the US dollar, the second most important reserve currency and trading currency in the world, and maybe the only one so far which is a kind of competition to the US dollar and its dominance in international financial affairs. And finally, even in the military aspect, Europe is not totally weak. At least we've got, for example, France as a member of the European Union, as a nuclear power and as an important international actor with a permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council and with overseas territories all over the world. So a global player indeed. And other European countries like Germany, like Italy, are, well, not famous for their current military status, but they are improving. And as I said, since the ties to the United States seem to be weakening, and since there's a re-rise of kind of perception of a Russian threat, the European countries are quickly rearming and try to get strong again, even in military and hard power terms. And this is especially true for countries like Germany or Poland, which are massively investing in their military, for example. So taken all together on the international stage, the European Union, despite its problems of coordinating 27 member states, is a force to reckon with. But from the European point of view, at least, and the original idea of European integration, the last point is maybe even more important, the aspect of the European Union and European integration as a peace project. The most important aspect is that Europe was for hundreds and hundreds of years the continent with the most wars. This was the main activity of Europeans, to kill each other until the end of the Second World War. And after that, there was a kind of learning process, and the effect was European integration, which basically resulted in a status in which it is today more or less unthinkable that a member state of the European Union could wage war against another member state of this union, which is, from a historical point of view, quite novel and quite unique. If you look, for example, at German-French relations, for hundreds of years, the French were the arch enemy of the Germans, and war was basically imminent all the time. And this has fundamentally changed. There may be competition, there may be differences in worldviews and in policy interests, but basically one has decided to solve those problems cooperatively, and the European Union gives us the framework to do so. So maybe from a long-term perspective, this is the most fundamental performance European integration has given us. So basically, 27 countries have come together and try something new to coordinate and to cooperate and to ignore the classical instrument of war as an instrument of international relations. So I think there's a whole bunch of reasons from current affairs, from future developments of international relations and the international order to history, which make studying the European Union, especially here in Aachen, where we've got a kind of closeness to the heart of Europe. If you look at Brussels and Strasbourg as key localities of EU institutions, this makes Aachen, I guess, a very attractive place to study, apart from the excellent academic background we've got here, of course. So if you decide to do those European studies and do the program, what can you do with that? The program itself is quite multifaceted. It is gives you a plurality of perspectives, from social sciences, history, law, to the more technical and engineers' perspectives and the business perspectives. And as a consequence, your career perspectives you gain by doing this program are also quite broad. We've got people working in business, working in more or less engineering, in public policy. You've got a statistic here on our graduates and their current occupation. The fundamental specialties of this program can be seen also by in the careers of our graduates. So a broad range of perspectives in business, in public administration, public policy, law, all kinds of entrepreneurship and engineering. So I guess that's a good choice if you want to improve your career perspectives. Here are some more concrete positions. You can see a lot of our graduates are in those positions, and this basically I think gives you the impression, the legitimate impression, that it is not only an academic or personal development aspect which provides for a positive impact of this program, but also the way into the labor market and your opportunities in the labor market if you choose this program. And with that, I guess I have finished my part and give to Jean-Louis, who will tell you something about the actual program here. Thank you.
Exactly. Welcome on stage.
Okay, thank you, Professor Rotte. And hello, everyone. Today, I'm very honored to be here to give you a brief introduction of the MPA European Studies program. So first, please let me introduce myself. My name is Zhongrui Zhang. I come from China, and I graduated from Qufu Normal University. I got my Bachelor of Engineering degree, and my major was Big Data. So the reason why I choose to study in Germany is that when I was in China, I already heard that the level and quality of education of Germany is highly recognized all over the world. And why I choose to study MPA European Studies in FETH Aachen is that I found this course has a track called Digital Transformation. And I think that's what I'm interested in. So finally, I chose to study here in Aachen. And this is what I would like to talk about myself. And next, I would like to talk about the structure of the program. So in this course, you need, in this MPA European Studies program, you need to in the first semester, you need to study your compulsory courses, and in the second semester, you need to choose your track, and then begin your study of your track. And after that, you need to do your internship or project work. And besides that, you need to take your language courses, which is also very interesting. And finally, in the end, you need to do your master's thesis and finish your study. So now let's have a more detailed look into the courses. So as I mentioned before, this program has two different tracks. One is energy and climate, and another one is digital transformation. So this track is also what I have chosen. So let's begin from the first semester, because these two different tracks have the same courses in the first semester. And what I would like to mention is that there are some courses which might be a little bit difficult in the first semester, such as the European economics, because this course is more related to economics, and some student who without economic background may find some content which is not very familiar. So maybe you need to take more time and pay more efforts on this course. And in the second semester, you need to choose your you need to choose which track you would like to focus on. So what I have chosen is the digital transformation. And I would like to give some personal opinion on these courses. And what I would like to say is that I would like to focus on the course which is big principles of digitalization and transformation. So in this course, it is very useful because you can learn some very useful tools such as the AI. So it is very efficient to deal with some problems, not only in your study but also in your life with AI. So these are very powerful tools you can use. And after learning this course, I think you can deal with your daily affairs more confidently. So besides these courses, what I would like to mention is about another course, the other courses, which you also need to choose one between strategic decision-making and negotiation skills, or the international project management. So what I have chosen is the negotiation skills. And I think this course is also very interesting because in this course, you can learn how to make hard decisions in some situations. And also you can learn some skills to negotiate with other people so that maybe in your daily life, you can have you will deal with your daily affairs more confidently. So this course, I would like to say, is very interesting. And after all these courses, you need to choose to either do your project work or you can do your internship, because only after these can you apply what you have learned into real life. And the last but not the least is the language courses. This course is usually taking place at the end of the first semester. And this course is also very interesting because you can improve your language skills. And also this is a good chance for you to make friends from all over the world. And this is what I would like to introduce from the courses. And thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much, Song-Rui. This was a very detailed description of the course content, and I think you already gave some very useful insights into certain modules. And yes, you guys in the audience, we are now open for your questions, questions academically about the program itself, directed to our two experts, or if you have questions about the admission application process, formalities, then I can answer these as well. Yeah, use your chance only here today to have, two experts on stage that you can directly ask any questions you always wanted to ask about the program. Brilliant. And there's already our first question to Xiangrui. How about the exams? Are they difficult? And is it hard to look for an internship here in Aachen?
Yeah. This is a very good question. So I would like to say the exams are not very difficult as long as you pay much efforts to your exams and you take much time. You review what you have learned, and after you have doing all of these, you will find the exams not very difficult, and it's and some of them are very easy. Yeah. And the internship, actually, I would like to say it is not very easy to look in Aachen, because usually when you need to look for internship in Germany, your language skills is very important. So if you don't speak very fluent German, some companies here in Aachen or also in Germany, they may not allow you to internship in their company. So I have also finished my internship back to China. So yeah, so this is what I would like to say.
Yeah, in terms of internships and the search for it, we as International Academy can give you a helping hand. Okay, we do have a very sophisticated career program, a career manager. We do have a platform where open positions for internships or even after graduation, open positions are listed. And we always give you advice. We put you into contact with possible employers or internship positions. We do have network branches where you can meet and greet potential future employers. So we are always here to help you finding internships or even a suitable position after your graduation. Good. Any more questions? There's another one to Professor Rotte. What do you think about learning this major in English? Because I think Deutsch is also important here. Have we got any language courses here?
Yeah, well, basically, from the academic point of view, of course, most scientific work and most academic activity, at least in Germany and in a lot of parts of Europe, is done in English. So it's a kind of natural way for such a program, especially since we've got a lot of international students here. Concerning your German, of course, German is it's sensible to learn German if you are in Germany and when you are in Germany. And as it is one leading European language, I guess that's quite sensible to do, apart from being relatively helpful for your career opportunities. If you have German knowledge, of course, the labor market in Germany is more or less open for you, and as a consequence, your chances are better. I think as part of the language courses, you can choose German and improve your German or learn German, so you can try to reach an adequate level for all kinds of uses. But basically, we say English is the usual way to communicate in the academic world. Therefore, this course is done, or this program is done in English.
Yeah, absolutely. But I totally agree. German always very beneficial, and we do recommend for our language courses, which are included in the program, that you choose German. Yeah. Because of the given reasons, as Xiangrui mentioned himself, it is easier to find an internship or a job after graduation, the higher your German level is really, okay? So, you will be studying here for at least 1.5 years or even a little bit longer, and you want to integrate into the city of Aachen, make friends, and therefore German is very, very useful. Brilliant. Another question. I'd like to know how long it usually takes most students to graduate with an MPA degree. Yeah, from your experience, Professor Rotte, can you tell?
Well, basically,
you have the insights?
the design is for 3 to 4 semesters, so basically 2 years. I guess most students achieve their graduation within this framework. Maybe you need 1 semester more or less, depending on, for example, the internship. There are people who prolong their internship because they like it or they see an opportunity to get a job afterwards in this firm. But basically, I guess there's not too much loss of time within this program.
Yeah, it's the same impression we have as academy. Usually the regular study duration for the MPA is 4 semesters, always because of the internship. Yeah, if you choose an internship, which usually takes around 3 or 6 months, then there's already 1 semester gone. And so you have to extend your study period. But 2 years, 4 semesters is the time you can accommodate for. Another question is that if we will be graduating from International Academy, will we be the same as other students in RWTH? Yes, you will be a fully registered student at RWTH Aachen. We are 100% subsidiary of RWTH Aachen University. We are just a private part of the university, but you have to register with RWTH Aachen as well, have to pay a small semester Beitrag, a student union and social body fee to be a student at RWTH Aachen. You will receive the ID card, the blue card. You have access to all the facilities, library, laboratories, and so forth. You will be 100% student, but we as Academy are hosting our own international English-speaking programs, and that's why, we have just a different name, and also the MPA certificate in the end that you will be hopefully gaining is officially issued by RWTH Aachen as well. All right?
Yeah. Well, basically the question about the length of the MPA program or the short length of the MPA program depends on 2 aspects, which basically are a result of the European Union Bologna reforms, which have tried to standardize studies all over Europe with more or less success. And this reform gave us a kind of range of lengths of a master program, and the MPA program is on the lower end of this range, which is basically second aspect due to the fact that we've got a relatively strongly structured program here. A lot of other master programs, even at RWTH University, are more or less loosely organized. Here you've got a kind of stringent organization, and in which you also are accompanied by the academy team in a far closer way, if you want to, than a usual university student. That explains why it's faster.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a good question for Rui. How about the diet and accommodation here? That's very important.
Yeah, this is a very daily question.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I would like to talk first about the accommodation here. You have many choices because before you come to Aachen, you might find on the official website of RWTH Aachen to search for student dormitories, which also has 2 different choices, and you can find if you would like to just have a place to live in, you can just register for the dormitories. And also, if you would not like to live in the dormitory, you would like to live only by yourself, you don't want to live with other people, it is also very good to look search for some to search for houses in Aachen, and you can do this also on some online platforms, and this is also very convenient. And this is and I think the accommodation here is there is many choices. And the diet. Actually, the diet here, you can. It is also there are also many choices because if you can taste, you can have a try at the local restaurants, and some of them are very delicious, and also there are also some Chinese restaurants. If you you can find them in everywhere around the city. So this is very exciting to taste different, to have different choices to to try these different diets. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with the Chinese food situation here, definitely. I always go to the Chinese supermarket myself because of the great choice there. And just some comments regarding the housing. It is right. I agree. There are lots of places to be found here in Aachen, but it might be, become a bit crowded come winter semester because most of the students start their program in the winter semester, and in September, October, November, Aachen is really crowded, full of new students, international and national German students, all looking for accommodation. So my advice is, as soon as you have received your admission offer and have decided to really join us, do look for accommodation right away. Put in an application with us, the Academy. We have our own housing objects. Also put in an application with the RWTH dormitories. They do have a waiting list for at least 6 months, but maybe after those 6 months you will get a place for less money than at the private market. What I mean is explore all options really. Not only put in one application, but explore all the other options as well. And maybe also look outside of the city of Aachen. There are many surrounding smaller neighboring cities that are in easy reach to Aachen via public transport. You can use your student card for free to travel across the whole state of North Rhine-Westphalia and also around the city of Aachen. So and also those surrounding areas, they might be a little cheaper as well. Yeah, so that's my only advice. Use all the options available when it comes to finding a place to stay. This will be the biggest challenge. Okay, good. Let's just talk a bit, maybe if there is no other question. Rui, you told me before that you have done a visit to Brussels, to the parliament. Tell us more about that.
Yes, this is a very exciting trip to Brussels, and if you choose to study the MPA European Studies program, you will have a chance to visit the European Parliament in Brussels, and this is always very exciting for every student because you can, in the European Parliament, you can just take a look of the parliament and about the structure, and you can also take pictures about the parliament. And also during your visit, you can find you will have the chance to do some simulations in the European Parliament, such as discussing and solving problems, and even have meetings with each other. So this is very interesting and also very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So this is something you can look forward when you decide to study the MPA. Have a trip to Brussels. Another question. Could you tell me something about the graduation essay, like how to look for a mentor word count requirement? That's the question for you, right?
Yeah.
You mean the master thesis, I guess, right?
Well, it's just a thesis like all standard theses in the German academic world. Basically, you write about 60 to 80 pages according to general social or other scientific rules. So don't forget citation rules and not to use AI to write it, or at least if you use it, make it undistinguishable from the rest of the text. And basically, it's according to the usual standards. The choice of mentor is free, basically. You can choose from all people who give courses in the program. And as far as I know, you can also choose professors from the university if you like to. So you again see the close connections between university and the academy. And depending on the topic, you will probably always find someone who is willing to be your mentor and help you with writing this thesis. I haven't heard about problems in this area as long as I've been the scientific head of this program. So basically, you always find someone who is prepared to work with you.
Okay, yeah, we are good in time. Maybe, think about one or two more questions. If you don't have any, that's also fine. There you go. What types of companies and jobs can we intern, especially for the digital transformation? How long do we need to intern? Can the time from multiple internships be added up? Yeah, I don't know, Xiangrui. Do you feel comfortable in some parts too?
Yeah, this actually, from my personal perspective, it is you need to intern. You need to do your internship for at least 32 work days. It is important, 32 work days. So you need to, it is usually take about 1.5 months, about that long. So, and the time from multiple internships, I actually, I'm not quite sure about it because...
No, I'm not sure either, I don't think you can count them all together. You have to do one internship that is at least 3 days, but I think we are more looking for 10 to 12 weeks, if I'm not wrong altogether. But I can give you a more detailed answer when I check my records. But you have to do one internship, not multiples.
Yes. If there are interruptions, you can one can also check the single case and be more or less flexible with that. But basically, the idea is that you are for a number of weeks in the same firm in order to get an impression of how working there is and how basically day-to-day work looks like.
Yeah, and for especially a digital transformation, that's a very specific topic. I guess once you are with us, you can always contact our student success manager or our career manager, Franziska, who we are going to meet in a later webinar as well. And she can point you in the right direction, whom to contact for this specific topic. Yeah. Okay. Another one. I want to continue to pursue a doctoral degree. What should I do during my postgraduate studies? Professor Rotte, that's for you, right?
Basically, the main task, at least within the German system, is to find a mentor for your doctoral thesis. And here in Aachen, we then have, if you have got the acceptance letter from someone who is willing to be your mentor, we've got a doctoral school, so to speak, which offers courses for doctoral studies, depending on the topic and depending on the area in which you work. There are courses which are more or less compulsory, other courses are not. Basically, there's a broad range of courses offered, which are to a certain degree also thought to enhance your personal skills and your personality. But the fundamental aspect in order to get into a doctoral degree program is to find a mentor, which of course could be the mentor of your master thesis. If you write a brilliant master thesis, the professor, the colleague, could be willing to accept you for doctoral studies.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think looking at the time, it's a good time to end this Q&A session. All right, no more questions are coming in, which is absolutely fine. You have asked brilliant questions. I'm very happy for all your questions here. Hopefully they helped you make the right decision. And exactly. Before we end this webinar, I want to give you the heads up about 2 more upcoming webinars. The first one I already briefly mentioned is on April 16th. It's called Meet Your Student Success Managers, who I already talked about. You will be meeting Franziska van Meer, our career manager, and Jonas and Sophia, your future student success managers. So they are your personal point of contact for whatever issues you may have during your studies, personal issues, academic issues, even mental issues, health issues. They are always there to help you, and they will give you a introduction about their services, basically. So this is a very interesting webinar for you. Save the date already. And then we also have a live talk, Ask Current Students, on April 29th, where we have invited current students from other programs, to be fair, not the MPA, but still tune in, because they may tell you lots more about the academic life or the student life here in Aachen, how it is to live and study here in Aachen at the RWTH International Academy for the next 2 years. So scan the code to get more information, and also scan the code that will be posted in the chat right now, because we from the International Academy are always doing a little survey for our webinars to get better in the future. So we welcome your feedback here right now. And if you do have any more questions regarding the program or the admission application process, you can always send me an email to intake@academy. And so forth. Okay, I think the survey is going on right now. We say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining in, and hopefully we see you guys, some of you at least, live here in person in October at our Welcome Day. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.